Good afternoon. I'm very happy to see so many people here this year. I was there last April 15th, and I think we had a fraction of this kind of crowd. And so it's really neat that so many people are turning out. I'm here as a historian. I want to take a little different tack. I want to tell you something about the founders and two of the principles, two of the key ideas that they gave, that they recorded in our history books that would give people a free nation. And the first idea that they had was that the power of government must remain in the hands of the people. Now, how many of us feel that today the power of government has remained in our hands? No, it's not. Well, in a sense. In a way, it's not in our hands right now because it's been taken away from us in a sense. But that's only because we've opted out. We've been silent. I think it's that great lie of separation of church and state that has allowed us to just remain silent and watch as government has done things that they were never supposed to do, operating far outside of the Constitution. But there's another thing, another answer for to the question, is government still in our hands, government power, and that is, it is. Because the documents that were put in place to start this great government are still there. The Constitution still begins with those three beautiful words, we the people, not we the government. It's we the people who tell the government what their powers are and how limited those powers are, not the government tells us how limited our freedoms are. They gave us a limited government. That document is still there. The Declaration of Independence still is there, and I'd like to read a quick excerpt from that, and I can't find it. It says that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. They only have power with our consent. Now that means our vote, that's how we put them into office to represent us, not to give them power, by the way, to have them represent us. And then also we have to stay in touch with them. They have to hear our voice. I've talked to people today who have made a commitment to contact their state representatives and federal representatives once a week with a letter, an email, a phone call, or something to express their views. Let me tell you the second idea that they had, that the people who hold that power of government must have virtue. They must be moral people. Now we have to look around us today, our entertainment industry, our government, and we have to ask ourselves, is America a moral nation today? Are the people of America a moral people on the whole? And I think probably the answer is yes, we are. But again, we the moral people have been silent. We've been silent for far too long. We've allowed Hollywood and Washington, D.C. and Richmond and maybe even City Hall to go too far. We've allowed our entertainment to become trash. All of those things. The people must be moral. And I can tell you this, morality is not something we're born with. Morality is not something that we just have. Morality is taught, and in fact, morality is discipled. We need the church in America to be stronger again today, and also to be vocal. Don't let the church that you belong to be silent, or be silenced by a fear of the IRS coming against them. Look into that. Research that a little bit. You'll find out that we have a right, even in our churches, to speak out. And losing the 501c3 status is nothing. That doesn't mean a thing. The churches will still be tax exempt. Now these things were given to us by the Founding Fathers. And let me tell you just quickly, others have quoted them. Just real quickly, George Washington said in his farewell address, "And let us with caution indulge the supposition that morality can be maintained without religion. Reason and experience both forbid us to expect that national morality can prevail in exclusion of religious principle." And Patrick Henry, one of the most flamboyant of the founders, said, "These are the great pillars of all government and social life. I mean virtue, morality, and religion. This is the armor, my friends, this alone that renders us invincible. Not invisible. Invincible. And we are no longer invincible. We have now been attacked. Americans are dying. We're dying in wars around the world. We are not invincible today because we've allowed God's hand, we forced God's hand to be removed from America. And we need to take it back. And by the way, when they talked about religion, the Founding Fathers, they were not talking about all religions as we use the term today. They simply meant denomination. They were talking about Christianity, the Christian religion, and that's what we need today. And I'm tired of hearing people say that all religions are the same and all this gobbledygook. This nation was founded on the principles of the Bible and Jesus Christ. Patrick Henry said that as well. So my prayer is that you will no longer allow this great lie of separation of church and state to keep you silent. Do what you're doing today. Make your voice heard, and do it every day. Make your voice heard in some way. Talk to other people. As someone said earlier, get information here. My ministry can also help you with that. AriseAmerica.org. Get information and let your voice be heard. Put the truth out there. Fight for your God-given right to a free nation before it's taken away from you. And never let the Christian church be pushed out into the background in this nation. Thank you very much, and God bless you.